Dumelang bakgotsi, a pinch and a punch for the first or actually second day of the month. Hello, April. What's up? Second quarter. So, I saw an article this morning basically mentioning hore a bachelor's degree in SA just doesn't crack it anymore. It's just not enough in South Africa. It's not enough. And initially, I thought that the article is just a bit of, clickbait to get people to get all outraged. Sometimes our media houses can be lazy. The standard of journalism has really gone down. But I did then read the article and they made some good points. They had nice graphs and nice stats and all of that. So I'll leave the link of the actual article for you guys to see some of the information that they did share. However, I do feel that Muso wa rona has failed us in terms of our education system. And then secondly, rona as batswadi, parents to be or guardians or those involved in the education of our children are also failing them because we are not doing enough to get information or share information with those that don't know with regards to bettering their lives. Guys, let's call a spade a spade. As black, colored, Indian people and generally black people, a lot of us are not owners of means of production. We are not spearheading strategic industries. We don't own land. A lot of us are, consumers, or we are moving in life through credit. That is a hindrance and a disadvantage in terms of our progression in this country. So, of course, education, just like how it was for our parents, education is going to be our only way out of poverty, or education is going to be our only way, apparently, allegedly, in order for us to improve our lives. Now, back to the aspect of education. Bana ba rona kaofela, for example, when I come to maybe sharing information or us sharing information with people that maybe don't know better or don't have access to that information, why is it still that, all these universities, perhaps, for example, when they do get their applications, they're getting over hundreds and thousands of applications for first year for certain programs, and they only have space for a certain number. We've never heard of vocational colleges or TVET colleges or universities of technologies being oversubscribed or over applied to, because that thing, classism, no university. Look now with Educor, what Demeleni and etc. Those institutions, private institutions, by the way, which means, if you had maybe applied for NAFSIS, you were not going to get funding to go to that private institution because NAFSIS only funds for TVETs and for public institutions. So once again, bana ba rona are at the back foot. Then I take it a step further. Fine, you get into the program that you want. You get to do it at some private college. It's, so much money. You took it on a loan. So you're starting your life on what? A disadvantage. Now, the course that you did, if we're looking at the kind of country that South Africa is, we need the skills of Batho ba matsoho. We can look down on Batho ba etsa mesebetsi ya matsoho, but we need the skills. We need the skills of engineers, doctors, scientists. Wabana this thing ya STEM. I really do wish when I say that our education system is also failing us because it's still teaching our children maybe not to be entrepreneurs, but just to learn theory. Hence, when our children then go into the workplace or enter the workplace, there's so many complaints about their work readiness. Outside of maybe the ones that worked part-time prior to going into full-time employment, but there is still a lot of complaints with regards to work readiness of those that have just left tertiary and stuff. They find that they just don't have the logical sense to make decisions or to just give input or the confidence to be participating in the workplace. And that is worried because your parents, my parents, they've paid a lot of money and fought a lot or loaned a lot of money for you to go to school. So how do we change that? We have to change the way in which our education system is. Otherwise, this is never going to end. There is also nothing wrong with studying what you're passionate about, guys. In other countries, the arts is valued so much, and there is so much value in artists. Dance schools, dancers. South Africa is unlimited with talent. Gore, Bana ba rona, batho ba rona are just talented, and we are also a resilient nation. I wish we could also maybe put more effort into the arts, because even when artists or people who have perhaps studied humanities are then taken into the workplace, they have so much value to add. So how do we balance that? Please, can we bring back nursing colleges, teaching colleges? It cannot be that we are just pushing our children to go to universities. I don't know how many times I have to say this, but one thing I know is that during administration ya Mandela Mbeki kapo Zuma, haba kwala these important spaces of education, because also not all people learn the same, and not all people are supposed to be going to university to do BCom mamang, and we can't all be lawyers. The market is already saturated. Please guys, especially Lona that are involved in the decision making, policy making, please hear our cries. Let's change the way that we are pushing for education in this country. There is a lot of value that people can bring. From all walks of life, but we cannot all just get the normal learning, which is you're just cramming something you don't even understand, and then when you go out into the world, you cannot even apply yourself. Peace and love.